Hoermann with LoveWhereYouLive.com, and I'm a broker associate over at Cooper Sotheby's International Realty in San Antonio, Texas. And today I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself to you and let you know who I am. I got my real estate in 2004, where I was an agent for 2 years in Houston, Texas. Then I moved to San Antonio, where I quickly became a broker associate with Cooper Sotheby's. Since that time, I've been a multi-million-dollar producer, and I've received many awards within the company. Since being in San Antonio, I have represented 43 sellers where I've successfully closed the home. The average days on market for those sellers has been 63 days. And the list price, which is our asking price, to the actual sold price is 98.73%. And my contract success rate is 39 out of 43 of those homes. Now let me explain what I mean by that. What I mean when I say contract success rate means that the first contract that we got on the home and went under contract with, we were able to close with. Just 4 of those homes terminated either because of repair issues or the buyer had different expectations on it, what would happen. And then we had to move to the second buyer. So what you can expect if I represent you as your seller's agent is an average days on market of 63, of obtaining 98.73% of your asking price, and of pretty high chances of closing with the first buyer who puts us under contract. Since living in San Antonio, I have sold homes to 56 buyers with a asking price to sold price ratio of 95.8%. As an example, let's discuss a $500,000 home. If I'm your seller's agent or the listing agent, and I suggest that we list the house for $500,000, on average, I would actually sell that home at the closing table after we've negotiated for repairs and so forth for a sales price of $493,650. And I would do that within, on average, 63 days. If you're the buyer, you can expect to close for a sales price of $479,300. And the reason I like to point that out is because I have taken extensive courses in negotiating, making sure that I can identify what kind of negotiator we're dealing with and what kind of tactics we can use to get you the highest price if you're a seller or the lowest price if you're a buyer. If you look at my name in email signatures and in advertising, you'll see I've got 3 sets of initials after my name. The first one is CNE, which stands for Certified Negotiation Expert. I've taken additional classes in order to obtain that designation, and what that means is that I'm able to identify different negotiating tactics and how better to represent you during negotiations, which is obviously a large part of why you're hiring me to be your real estate agent. The second one that you'll see after my name is CRS, and that stands for Certified Residential Specialist. That one was a little bit harder to obtain and why you probably don't see that many out when you're looking at different realtors. And the reason being is because it's a whole lot more coursework, a lot more education talking about how to better represent your client, how to effectively negotiate on their behalf, but also different tactics to make sure that you're getting the most exposure for your listings and that you're doing the most that you can for your buyers. And so that one is twofold. It's education as well as production. So you can't be a new agent and get the CRS designation. You have to show that you've been selling successfully for a couple of years and that you've sold so many homes. The last one that you see after my name is GRI, which stands for Graduate Realtor Institute. And that one is even more courses that I've taken, kind of like a graduate program for realtors. And as you can see from these designations, I really do believe in a lot of education, making sure that I know what's currently going on in the market, what hot trends there are for marketing so that I can best represent my client and get them the most exposure, for also negotiating effectively on my client's behalf. All of those reasons that you want an expert and that you're hiring a realtor so that you know that your home is being properly marketed, it's getting the exposure that it needs so that you can get the highest price possible, and that you've got somebody who actually knows how to negotiate with different personality types and to break through a lot of the extra stuff and red tape to get you to the closing table with a home that you would like, or to liquidate a home that you would like. And on a personal note, I wanted to explain a little bit about my background. I grew up in Los Angeles, California, and yet I've got family that live here in San Antonio. My roots go very deep here in San Antonio, and so it's good to be back, even though I wasn't raised here. So I've got great ties to the city of San Antonio, and I'm excited to be here. I attended Texas A&M University in College Station, and that's where I was a Tri-Delta and where I met my husband, the love of my life. After leaving College Station, which was such a sad day, my husband and I started our careers in Houston, Texas, and then we decided, hey, we're thinking about having a family, and we think that San Antonio is better because we're closer to family, and maybe they can help babysit. So we decided to pick up and move to San Antonio, and I'm so glad that I did. Since moving to San Antonio, we've had 3 children. I've got a 6.5-year-old that is currently in kindergarten in the Alamo Heights Independent School District. With that school, I have joined the PTO and gotten involved in membership to raise awareness and raise funds for our school. My 2 daughters, one is 5 and the other one is 3. They both attend school at our church, which is Alamo Heights United Methodist Church. And they go there and have so many friends and such a wonderful atmosphere. It's I can't speak highly enough about that school. I'm also involved in the Tri-Delta Alumni Association here in San Antonio, where I am in charge of chairing a luncheon. Very excited. We're raising money for the Ronald McDonald House, and I'm excited to give back to a wonderful cause. I'm also very involved with the Junior League of San Antonio, where I've been a member, I think, for about 9 years now, and I've enjoyed the exposure that that organization has given me, and just the joy of giving back to such a wonderful city. We have 2 dogs, a Labrador and a Dachshund, so you can't get much more opposite spectrum than a large dog and a small weenie dog, but gosh, we love them and we have so much fun with them. And when I'm not placing a sold sign in somebody's yard, you can find me studying my genealogy. I've got a passion for that, digging into the roots, which go all the way back to the Republic of Texas. And also reading a good book. I absolutely love to curl up with a good book. Thank you so much for listening to this. I hope to hear from you, and I look forward to working with you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can always contact me on my mobile phone number, or on my email, which I will include at the end of this video. Thanks again for listening. I hope that you have a wonderful day. God bless you.